some parts that I remember of 1987 very well, and there are some parts that I don't, because I had a friend who had a friend who had a sheet of acid, and we were dosing about every 2 weeks. So some parts of 1987 are very vivid, and other parts I have no fucking idea what the hell I was doing. I really don't. I can tell you that at the time, and I don't know if this is still true because I don't really drink anymore, the proprietor of the Jack Daniel's distillery was Lem Motlow. And I remember that because I was peaking on some really good acid, and I was reading a Jack Daniel's bottle, and for some reason, that was absolutely hilarious. I started laughing, and my friends are going, "Are you going to be okay?" I'm going, "Uh-huh, but his name is Lem Motlow," and they're just looking at me, and I'm just laughing. I think that's also the same year that, yeah, it was the first time I ever went skinny dipping, and I was tripping that night too. And I discovered, my God, my boobs float. And I'm going, they were all drunk, and they didn't know I was tripping. They're going, "Look at this shit, man, my boobs are floating." And yeah, so, 1987, like I said, there's some very vivid moments, and then the rest of it, I don't know what the hell I was doing. So, it was a very strange year. 1988, I met Rob. Rob was awesome. He was 6'7", blonde hair, blue eyes, glasses. Played guitar like you wouldn't believe, man. Because I mean, his hands would do like that to mine. I mean, he had these huge fingers, and I mean, so chording was nothing for him. He could play Parenthood and like ramp it up to speed metal because he was just that good. And he used to play with a dime. He never played with a pick. And I loved him. I mean, I really did. And he ended up going out with a friend of mine for a while, and then when they stopped seeing each other, he started dating me. I was on the pill and managed to get pregnant Halloween weekend of 1988. And yeah, one of those rare occurrences where I got pregnant on the pill. Thank you very much. I told him once I was sure, and I didn't ask for anything. I'm like, I don't expect you to support me or anything like that. I don't, I wasn't trying to push him into marriage. I didn't want anything other than him to know that he was going to have a child. I did want to be with him. I loved him, but I never said it to him. I called because I'd made up my mind I was going to tell him I loved him. And was going to see if he was going to be down that weekend, and his roommate answered and told me he'd hung himself. And I was devastated. I didn't know that he had depression problems. But yeah, he'd hung himself, and it devastated me. It absolutely devastated me. because I wanted nothing more than to follow him. I did not want to go on. I remember after hanging up the phone with his roommate, people asking me who were at the apartment what was wrong. And I was trying to tell them, and apparently I couldn't breathe, and I remember somebody slapping me. And I started breathing again and told them he was dead. And somebody called my parents, I don't even know who, and they came and got me and took me up to the ER, and they gave me a shot to calm me down. Because I was pretty hysterical. I was 20 years old and pregnant, and the baby's father killed himself.